Что за миссии паркура? Я ворую. Точно.
Stop running if you know what's good for you. Got him.
Помню, я должен был сделать это тихо. То есть я мог сюда приползти как-то именно через вентиляцию, да? Он меня просто спалил жопой как-то.
Harder for yourself. You don't belong here. I'm taking. Nice try, but the building is off limits. You don't know what you're talking. Hey, I'm just trying. Who did you say you were again? Enough talking. You're coming with me.
Блять, я мог его убедить. Какая же душка безумная, эти стелс-миссии в игре, где нет стелса. Ну, конечно, эта хуйта не приведет меня туда, куда мне нужно. Я не помню, что должен сделать. Надеюсь, приедете, но мне нужно много.
Stop running if you know what's good for you.
Блять. Ну, какой-нибудь 360 решит крутануть. Блять. Категория я не менял? Вроде менял. Не сохранилось, значит. Спасибо. Что такое? Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Интересно, в Киберпанке тоже есть какие-то насильственные стелс-миссии? Где ты не хочешь через стелс, и игра хуёво выглядит вообще под стелс. Но надо. Разраб сказал, надо стелсить. Охуеть. Чё вот он встал просто, да? Сейчас станет в том углу. И что я получил с этой жестко взломанной информацией. Бля, еще выйти из башни тоже по стелсу надо. А что взять-то, я вот не понимаю. Что взять могу? Типа, нет, входов больше нет. А тут зайти сразу я никак не мог. А, это самый верх башни. Бля. Квартира Никса.
So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping. Just brimming with confidence, aren't you? But I've seen your work in the trade tower, so I'll take that program back that I gave you. The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. First, I'll just save off Mr. Cho's info. My client will very much appreciate that. Now on to Ms. Chen. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for you. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on. Well, since you came through on your end, let's just say that slate isn't going to paint the best picture for Ms. But bear in mind, you're dealing with some pretty talented people when it comes... I can be sure because I know my bit. But like anything, evidence alone can't tell the full story. And don't be too sure about that. Imogene was practically... I'd almost guarantee there's intent behind everything she... Here's the slate. As usual.
Ну, получается, Имоджин Сальцо — это та, которая нас взяла на работу.
I assume you were successful. I didn't get any incident report. I figured as much. Lucky for us, he doesn't have any motive to use them. Now, let's...
Ждите.
I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogene Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few. Well, the motive could be anything. Either that, or before we make any harsh decisions, I want you to head to her office and escort her here. You have to make sure she doesn't try anything. Don't put anything past when you're dealing with corporate workers.
Let me guess. Looking for Imogene?
А где она?
I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here, which is a shame. She's always been the master of a... She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure. I know for a fact she doesn't... I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping... Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a wall. I have Imogene's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a... You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. Yeah, because bosses love it when you... Good luck finding Imogene. Oh.
Ведь какую-то подпись, чего? А, тут мне подсвечивает, да, поговорить с ним. И то, что что-то мне там украсть было, не подсвечивает.
No Imogene, I see. Could she really be? A good question. But with her abilities and connections, the possibility... We need to find her first. Of course, Yuko. If Imogene's with the Syndicate, I can't just send you after her. We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. This is not a choice. Head over to the trade tower and be discreet. He may ask for credits or even a favor. If you think my job has been easy since learning about... We've been working around the clock on security. Just be sure to bring her back here in one piece. If she resists or tries to run, we have no choice but to take it as an admission of guilt. The risk of Imogen continuing to operate as a traitor is too high. If we don't dispose of her now, she could cause a great deal of harm to this company. She knows the consequences of betraying Ryujin, which makes her dangerous. If the situation does take a turn for the worse, I only ask that you I trust you won't let your past relate.
Как к нему туда попасть-то, ё-моё?
I don't recall sending for anyone. A heads up. You're telling me you're heading into First, you tell me why. And then if I'm... Believe me. As far as I'm concerned, the Syndicate can take... Now get out of my lounge before I have you...
Where do you think? Oh, yeah? I don't... Now, why don't you tell me what you really want before I blow your... I know for a fact that young lady doesn't want to be disturbed. So why don't you...
Найти убежище, проход в убежище. Как они меня заебали.
Join up.
И все, кто здесь был.
Hold it right there, Op. I need you to back down and give me a chance to explain. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after. Yes and no, but mostly... You stay in this business long enough, you get enough favors and connections that can... Nix owed me a favor and gave me the... Yeah? And I didn't look guilty before, based on those files you got from Nix? Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, and Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to... Of course. But first you have to understand, she used me to play an unwitting part in this, so I'm the one that takes... That's why I said it'd be impossible for me to... I'm not the one with motive here. First, I'm not about to Second, I'm not spending the rest of my life looking over my shoulder for the next... Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me... What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the action? Because she knows I'm the most believable target. I'm the only one at Ryujin with the skills to even come close to being able to pull off a job like this. Power, of course. Corporations maintain their success by any means necessary, but there are... You may have noticed that none of your assignments directly involve murder. Masako reserves those actions only when it's absolutely necessary. Ularu sees this as a sign.
Необходимо. О, необходимость в убийстве, я считаю.
That's what makes it dangerous. No one would believe. So, if Ryujin keeps this tech a secret, suddenly every deal, every legal Yes, it's what the technology does, and it explains why the evidence again... Come to think of it, it also explains a few strange bouts of disorientation. That's what I need you for. I didn't come here just to hide. I needed to use the Seoka. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind the desk for years now. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I can't do that. The moment I step in that building, Dalton will lock me up. You really are naive when it comes to corp. Once I'm back at Ryujin, Ularu will be looking to tie up any... So I can stay here and deal with you, or I can go back and deal with her. Which is why I'm Of course you do. Look, if you just bring this slate to Dalton, I'm sure he'll understand, but it's your choice.
Не
You're
хочу.
going to the... Well, that didn't go as planned.
Я не хотел, чтобы в этой компании дальше продолжали заниматься этой херней со стелсом. Задание на убийство лучше.
Well, look who's back. So tell me. I had a few. Enjoy your time with Dalton. It'll all...
Is there something I can help? Excuse me? Let me close this door before you say anything. Just a moment.
На пушку достань.
Shutting the door and engaging locks. That's better. And that's quite the story you just threw in my face. Not to mention and just where is this absurd... Probably because you don't have... It sounds like you're only here to waste my... Is that threats of... Face it up. You're fighting a... I admit, I misjudged Infinity Ltd's. If only I'd have gone to see Simon myself, we wouldn't even be having this. But I've learned from that mistake.
Интересно, я мог ее реально застрелить? Я думал, она как-то позговорчивее будет. Типа там, не, пожалуйста.
You're back. I suppose you suddenly have all the facts now. This explanation better be good. Of course. We've scrubbed security footage and run through access control. The project itself is an enormous security risk, but our lead R&D engineer, Vina... Yes, at least your assignment wasn't a complete evidence against Ularu. I hope Imogene realizes if she... I can't argue with your logic, but guilty or not. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. Not that I enjoy it, but I wouldn't trust anyone but myself.
4800 заплатили.
I need that Rothosite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
Good, you're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full the mole took priority. Now that Dalton has everything he needs, we don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics. So, our top priority? Let me introduce you to Vina Kalra, Head of Research and Development.
Yes, details.
Опять
You
ползать
see,
на
the internal
очке.
neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles... The second part is a shielding modification, designed to protect the user against other neuroamp... Big time. we'd be the only ones unaffected.
No one wants their greatest asset used again. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary. As long as you work for us, I'm sure I don't have to remind you where the door is if you're...
You really don't have anything to worry about. The procedure is simple and the final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body... I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered...
The last shipment we were supposed to receive never arrived, and we've gotten no response. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to keep the discovery. I think we all share that concern, which is why I want... The station is called CM Station RC1. Unfortunately, we had to cut ties with our supply chain manager, Camden. Otherwise, I may have had more useful... Which is why you have my full... Be prepared for anything. Once you have the shipment, don't worry. We'll figure it out and get that shipment back.
Что мне даже систему не показал.
Landing site doors. No passing.
Блять, это звездорожденные. Эх, наконец-то перестрелки. Как войти-то в это здание? Да я просто не верю, что... Так просто, но как будто бы... $14 000. Пучковый дробовик. Он сильнее, чем мой вот этот дробовик. Прикольная зажигалка, кстати. Да почему вот он 10 тысяч стоит? То есть отправки при направлении груз. А, то есть они заказали их. Типа пехотный крепкий орешек. У меня куча контрабанды с собой на самом деле. Тут ничего нету, никаких магазинов, так скажем.
How may the trade? By all means.
11 тысяч у него. Стоп, вот это дамажит настолько больше. Ну, окей. Пепелище просто красиво выглядит. Либо что-то качнулось, что ли, я не знаю. Ну, вообще, это не то, что я хотел бы. Где, блядь, проход? Так, ну я продал всю контрабанду.
Airlock integrity looks good.
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel. Yeah, I bet you do. I hear you. Don't get ahead of yourself. Yeah, okay. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
Sean, I don't want to go over this again. I'm tired, all right? Just not.
You can't be. Hey, who let you in here? In that case, you'll want to speak to...
Excuse me, but this is a restrict... Your timing could be better. A little... I'll just take a moment to check up on my...
Ну иди там пациента-то проверь своего. Почему я не могу сразу на него упасть?
that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one. 100% pure, though. When it comes to the brain, Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing.
So, what did you learn about CM? I knew something bad had happened. Were there any Our station on Carinae 3A and we had no reason to believe that. Of course, we had no reason to believe we had a Sicking ecliptic on a station corporations can sink. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. Dr. Lane. I believe Vina is familiar with his work. Were you able to determine what... Human trials? Without even completing? I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of... Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, and with the Rothocytes secure, it's almost time. Aren't we all? I'm sure you remember your actions during Directive Theta. Thanks to your inability to follow protocol, we now owe him a debt. That is a very long game you're referring to. For a future, I hope the administrator wants us to deal with a rival operative. And when I say deal with, it means this is not an assignment. I can see how you might come to that conclusion, but I've never been one to find the operative and do what we already have a team prepped to handle any fallout. When it's done, report back to Dalton.
Колодец. А мне надо кого-то убить в ложе.
Do I know you? Great. I'm guessing you have...
Ну вообще...
Oh, you wanna make an example out of you?
Жесть. Какая же душная цепочка квестов.
Ah, back from doing administrative. As long as you follow. I'll send word along to the administrator. For now, you've got more important. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer... That's the plan. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, for now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was... I agree. But others may see the decision as Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go... If I can't find hidden code on a single slate, Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus, she'll have no reason to believe anyone will be looking. Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll... Now...
Блять, совещание. Я даже бизнесово одет, кстати.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
We demand the best.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that...
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any... I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have...
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send out the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. Good. I can tell Vina is good. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division. Once you're done, meet me in my office.
Сейчас мне чип вживят. И стану я... роботом.
Are you sure you're okay? You left.
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous. Ah, here's my lucky candidate. Hey, we may not like the options, but we all have... Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal... The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards. Provided...
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is you're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready. All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal... First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it. Let's just say it varies. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which... Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously... Please, we're not Infinity. We believe in due diligence when it comes to... But, just in case something does go wrong, DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experienced. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Нажмите F, чтобы открыть сканер. Наведите его на человека, которым хотите манипулировать. Еще он будет ходить просто за мной. Чтобы найти способ открыть дверь. Эй, вот, пусть 30 секунд не прошло, что ли?
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Well, luckily, I hope you know, you're talking about banning my...
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled... That's something Ryujin isn't going... It really was fascinating how all I experienced. It's truly remarkable. Maybe that's the beauty of it. Besides, if a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, that being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects say.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, it sounds like you have an assignment to complete. And to Marcus and I.
Жесть. Не знаю.